Okay, here is the rest of the work or assignment 2 for week 5, and a summation of what we're doing for the whole week. So the previous video was the first assignment, and that was to draw a chair that from the image provided. Okay, not a physical chair at your home. Or in school or in class, but from the image. So to draw that chair that we shared in the previous video. And that's due on Friday, 9/18. Okay, the second assignment is to draw your hand holding, optional part is if you want to draw your hand holding an object, a small object, and you can do this using the viewfinder. And this is due by the end of day on Friday, 9/18. Okay, and then the last piece of work that we have to do is a sketchbook drawing, and that sketchbook drawing is to draw a person, and to draw a person that would be actually in front of you, and not from memory, so an actual person in front of you. And that's due on Monday, the following Monday, on September 21st. All right, so the second assignment here, again, what we're going to do is we're going to draw our hand in a foreshortened pose or foreshortened position. So let's get to it. Okay, the materials that we'll need for this assignment is an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, some masking tape, a small object like a button or a pen or a coin, any small object that you can hold with your hand. And then these next items here will be available at the front office for those of you who are working from home and working online. Okay, the first item is your viewfinder, and some of you have already picked those up from the front office, and they will still be available on Monday, beginning Monday. And then the next 3 items, sorry about that, but you'll have to come back to the office if you've already picked up the viewfinder. But you can pick the next 3 items up as well. If you've already grabbed a viewfinder, you've got that, you're set. You can just grab these other items. And that's like a graphite stick, a number 4 pencil, and a small white eraser. And again, those are available at the front office if you want to come and grab those and pick those up. All right, here's the instructions. What we're going to do, just like the previous assignment, the previous lesson, you'll take that 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and you'll create a frame the same size. So you're going to create a frame that is 6 inches wide and 8 inches tall, and you're going to draw that frame. So just start off with that rectangle. So you can use the same instructions from the previous video, just to draw a straight line at the bottom of your page, portion of your page, kind of like the illustration shown. So maybe have a little bit of space more space at the bottom of the page than on the top, and put that frame right in the middle of your piece of paper. Okay, and then you're going to take your graphite stick and take another piece of paper, and you're going to, with the graphite stick, you're going to take one side of it and rub it down on that piece of paper so that you don't have a sharp edge, so that one end of the graphite stick is going to have more of a rounded edge to it. So it's just going to tone it down a little bit so that you have a rounded edge. Okay, and with that rounded edge, you're going to start drawing a shading on that square. What's optional here is you can put tape around the outside edge of that frame, so that you'll have a nice reveal after you're done with this. But what's not optional is I would like you, though, to, I failed to mention this, is I would like you to tape down your piece of paper on the surface that you're going to be drawing this on. Okay, again, you're lightly shading so the inside of that frame, just like the illustration shown. After you've shaded that with the graphite stick, it doesn't have to be too dark. You've got a nice light gray tone. Then you're going to take a piece of tissue, and in a circular fashion, you're going to rub the area with that tissue in a circular motion and just rub it down so it's a nice even tone. You don't want to have any lines or anything, just a nice gray square or frame when you're done with this. Finally, what you're going to do is you're going to take a ruler again and your pencil, and you're going to find the midway mark horizontally. So you're going to, this is 6 inches wide, so at 3 inches, you're going to take your ruler and mark again 2 dots on the bottom and on the top, and you're going to take your ruler and draw a straight line going across the top. And then at 4 inches vertically, you're going to draw a straight line going across horizontally. So you're going to have those same crosshairs on this picture, just like you have on your viewfinder. Okay, and then go ahead and once you have your shaded square with the crosshairs vertically and horizontally, please go ahead and set this down for now, and we'll come back to it. All right, now what we're going to do is take our handy viewfinder, and we're going to put that viewfinder under our hand. And if I were to do this, I would probably have my hand, on the surface that I'm drawing. So not up like this, but I'm just showing this like this so that you can see how I'm doing this and what I'm doing. So I have your viewfinder down like that, and then you're going to take your pen and actually trace over what you're drawing. You're going to trace over your hand here. So the suggestion here is to try to find an interesting pose for your hand. You can take an object and put that in your hand, make it interesting. So kind of an interesting pose, something unique, something kind of fun, but you want it to be in a foreshortened position, so it's really interesting. Don't conform your hand to where it's really difficult to hold that pose, but find something interesting that you can be holding with your hand, okay, and then make it in that foreshortened view or pose. All right. So the next thing, again, or what we're going to do is trace that image on our hand. Okay, so say I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to look at that pose and start drawing. And I'm drawing with a erasable marker here, a dry erase marker. I'm going to start drawing on my hand. And then close one eye. That's important. And close one eye, going like this, and start drawing. Okay. Draw around the image of the hand. Okay. Just like you see in this bottom left image here in this picture, you see the outline and the important distinctive lines of the hand being drawn. Okay. The next step, after you've drawn, and it should look similar to what we have in this picture on the bottom picture of the outline of the person's hand. After you've done that with your erasable marker, you're going to transfer your drawing from your frame, from your viewfinder. You're going to transfer from the viewfinder onto your page, your toned frame that you have here. Okay, so you want to copy the marks from your hand from that viewfinder and get the most important parts. So you see here on the top right here, there's an example of someone holding some scissors, and you're just copying, put the picture frame right next to the left of your drawing surface, and just start copying. And you can use the different sections that you have to copy that image directly onto your paper. Okay, and after you've copied that, you can go ahead and go to town and start drawing. Okay, start drawing more detail. Start drawing maybe some shading, some shadows, and the darker lines that you want to depict, and the creases and the wrinkles of your hand. Kind of back when we were doing the blind contour drawing. It doesn't have to be blind contour, but you just go ahead, and if you need to look at your viewfinder again and look at that pose of your hand through the viewfinder again, hold that same pose, and just hold that there, and just go to town again. Start drawing your hand and finishing the drawing. Okay, well, what's great about this this material is that what you can now do is take your eraser and lightly erase the highlights. So you'll have the white paper showing through. So you're going to lightly erase the highlights on the fingers and on your hand and what you're drawing. And then go over and start to draw again some shadow work. And just like we see on the bottom of the drawing where it says drawing by an instructor of the person's hand there. It doesn't have an object, but that you get the idea. It's got the person's hand. You see the detail. So I'd like you to take an hour on this assignment and do the best you can and relax and have fun with it. Again, utilize the mental mindset of the blind contour drawing, where you're really getting the creases and the wrinkles of your hand, and just get lost inside of what you're trying to focus on, and focusing on your hand and what you're drawing. Okay, the sketchbook for this week is to draw somebody that you know, but this time I want you to draw that person in front of you and not from memory. So you don't have to draw from memory from this, but I would like you to draw somebody in front of you. And when I say in front of you, this could be, maybe you're at a cafe or you're at a restaurant and you see somebody that looks interesting. See if you can be sneaky about it and draw that person. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece, but I would like you to draw somebody in front of you. It could also be a family member or a friend. That's fine too. But I want you to start practicing drawing people. All right, thank you very much, and we will see you in class.